This is just going to be a little extra video to my Appalachian Trail journey. As I travel north through the Appalachian Mountains and the Appalachian region, we've passed through several Civil War battlefields and Civil War historical locations. And part of that is Gettysburg. I had never been to Gettysburg. So on a rainy day, I took a detour and went a little bit east on Route 30 and went through Gettysburg. So I'm going to just let this play with limited commentary because it really was a solemn day to go through these battlefields and see where people sacrificed their lives for an idea and kept this country intact. So thanks for following. Goodbye.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here, dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
I do have to say, it's amazing how well this area is preserved. And there's miles and miles of battlefields. And you can stand there and look and see how it would have been where the troops are advancing, and you can see them coming across the fields. Just a bit of an editorial comment. Route 30 runs right through my hometown in Ohio, so I could have taken going east and went right to Gettysburg. I know I can't really put a scale to this, but I'm pretty sure that's a barn that's going to have a hole in it from a cannonball. So we'll see when we get over there. Same view from down below. So this is pretty cool that they kept that hole in the barn where the cannonball went through rather than repairing it. So this is taken from the other side of that barn. You can see for perspective where that tower is, the distance from there to the barn. And then there were more troops on this side of this ridge.